Welcome back. Happy New Year. Well, that was a bit of a surprise, wasn't it? Who knew? So, here's one for the ancestors. Yours and so ancestors of the light, with information and nudges and New Year's kisses to help you go forwards with happy, light, and gorgeousness. Cheers. Hang on. Here's mud in your eye. Nice one. Right. Let's ding the demons now. Let's have a proper ding today. So imagine yourself as a pole in the sand. Oops. Draw a circle around yourself. And push any negativity away like that. Push it all out there. Be gone, you have no power here. And then invite pure white spirit light to come down with Archangel Michael with a very sharp sword and St. Dunstan with all his wisdom and gorgeousness to bless you, me and the reading. Please and thank you. What is that noise? The penguins are at it again. Excuse me a second. Who knew? The Tierra del Fuego bin men come at 5 o'clock in the morning. Let's get rid of that interruption. Ting-a-ling, ring-a-ling, a silver bell. Right, here we go then. We're going to get the fairy. What wants to help you. I've done all that. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go like that, instead of all this shuffling noise. Flip it over, see what you got. Oh, the Lady of the Harvest. She got some clothes on. Barely. Tell you what, must be warm in fairyland. Warmer than the Fray Bentos Islands, anyway. It's only. Oof. There you go. So, Lady of the Harvest, or Madame la Delicatessen. What number is she? I can't see. Madame, they call her Deli. Hello, Deli. 18. Well, hello, Deli. So nice to have you back where you belong. Here we go. Loose and wet, I think you did, Stanley. Right. After we have completion. Here we go. Grief, loss, harvest, release. Oof. After we have experienced the nurturing and fulfillment of the bright mother, the Lady of the Harvest, also called the Old Woman or Crone, helps us let go of what is finished and liberate ourselves to move on to the next phase of our activities and relationships. As in the natural world, the old becomes compost. Oh, I'm the new face of composting, I tell you. For new growth in our lives, the Lady helps us to adapt, to change and release. Often we associate the Lady of the Harvest with loss, regret and grief, and often we are right so to do. The basic phases of grief are shock, denial, anger, guilt, emotional storm, acceptance, regaining of perspective, the beginning of healing and the deepening of our capacity for love. The Lady of the Harvest understands grief and is patient and kind as we go through the sometimes painful process of letting go. I find it quite easy, actually. Anyway, there you go, that's just me. We may well need to be patient and kind with ourselves. Yeah, done that, cool. We should note here that the grieving process is the same for little losses and large losses, just a bit smaller. Only the timescale and the intensity of the emotions vary, but they vary enormously. We might go through all the grieving stages of a small loss in a few minutes. Minutes? I haven't got time for that. I need to be off. While it may take years for a greater loss. Yeah, we'll see about that. On the other side of this letting go business, there are many things that make us lighter and happier when we release them. Yeah, not saying those shites again. Don't darken my doorstep ever again. Yeah, you can take that dog with you. Old traumas, tasks, or stages in our lives that we are glad to have finished, unhappy relationships or feelings that cause us pain and inhibit our growth. Sometimes we simply comfortably finish with one aspect of our lives and move on to the next, happily anticipated one. Yeah, absolutely. You know when it's rotten, don't you? Such releases are cause for celebration. I know. Cool. And the old woman joyfully celebrates with us. In this card, we see both the patient acceptance of loss. Hang about, I've lost my place now. And the joyful celebration and liberation. When we liberate something in ourselves or in our world, we grow to be more like the Lady of the Harvest, developing her capacity within us. She looks quite developed, quite well developed. Capacities or not. It is time to accept change, to move on to the next phase. Power and strength in the present and future come from releasing the past. This is a type of liberation, and we may as well cooperate with it. It will happen whether we want it to or not. Oh yes, please. Release and liberation may be painful or joyful depending on the circumstances. Cry if you need to, be joyful if that is appropriate, but in either case, trust the process. Acknowledge what you feel. Acknowledge what you feel and prepare to move on. Yep. And that's it. That's your lot. Oh, well, I tell you what, let's do the dark side, shall we? This is what we're trying to avoid. When we block the liberating energy of the Lady of the Harvest, we may refuse to accept a loss or cling to outgrown pains, traumas, or limiting ideas. We may deny reality. Shock and denial are the first stage of grief, but we need to move on past that to eventually gain a healthy balance, temperance in the present. If we stay in denial, ain't just a river in Egypt, the grief cannot heal. Denial, the river in Egypt, can be the river of Egypt of reality, or the river of Egypt of our feelings. Either one prevents us from moving on to the healing. The universe moves on. We have no choice really but to move on with it. Twisted, the energy of release can move in various directions. One possibility can be the letting go program, an automatic process like a turn page computer program where we can possibly push things away we actually want and need. Another twist on this is to turn away from the things in our lives that give us satisfaction, fulfillment or joy, because we cannot have the one thing we want. So it seems reasonable to have nothing at all. This kind of sulking can easily be carried to an extreme. The destructive mode of release can be summarized by the bumper sticker saying, if you love something, let it go. If it doesn't come back, hunt it down and kill it. I've never heard that before. So that's good. Oh shit. Okay, here we go. I did not make that up. It's there, it's right there. Okay. That's like I get altitude up this lighthouse. I'm going to say lamppost. I get altitude sickness up here, you know. I look down to check the donkeys. I get vertigo. Okay, let's do that again. Oh, here. I don't know if I can. Shut up. Yeah, stop it. Okay, the destructive mode of release can be summarised by the bumper sticker saying, if you love something, let it go. If it doesn't come back, hunt it down and kill it. This is the if I can't have it, no one will attitude. From the outside, such attitudes seem obviously stupid and selfish. Oh, Shelley. But to someone caught in one of the less rational stages of the grieving process, they may seem the only solution. A solution which is not a solution to anything at all. I know. Je ne regrette rien. Ni le mal. Here we go. Bit of Edie Piff. Little bit of Edie Piff going on. So, we know what we're, Philip de Brazier. But she's got, I don't, you never know with these furries, do you? Whether they might look a bit rough around the edges, but they can be very, very helpful. So let's put her up there and say thank you to her for. I'm all hot now. The bumper sticker. There you go. Whew. I must remember to use that one. Here we go, we've got one that's popped out here. Oh, foggy, thick and wet. There you go. Who's doing a Scorpio on you then? It's a bit early in the year for that, isn't it? Grab it and go. It's like those funny holes in those nightclubs where, when you check all your clothes in but your boots and you put your hand through the hole. See what's on the other side. Right. Meanwhile, back in Berlin, okay. Checking everything for your boots. I think it's the Kit Kat Club. Yeah. Oh, I shouldn't have started this. But we're in it now, aren't we? We are in it now. I think we're going to need some serious clarification of this. Ooh. Here we go. It's all about letting go. Well, you would, wouldn't you, one of those nightclubs? Oops. You be careful, you might need to go to the clinic if you don't choose the right hole, if you see what I mean. Oh dear, what's on the bottom? Oh. I'm going to shut up for a minute just to get some cards out. You might need the magic cream. Okay. Yeah, I know how you feel, love. Okay. I'm going to shut up and just get some more cards. Okay. This is less than clear. Right. Okay. Yeah, get your throat swabbed too. Oh dear. But don't let them tell you off. An active SE life is very important. Maybe not from that angle, you know. This is a trapeze artist. Who's this one? Oh, the King of the Coins. Lovely. Okay. Oh, you're not paying for it. Let's find out. They didn't rob your pockets when you're in that room with no lights on, did they? Oh, you can't afford your camo. Okay. Oh, she's out again. Solitaire. Oh, well, we have to have that, don't we? Because Solitaire's all over the place at the moment. Or Jane Seymour. Le Jardin. Right. I might. Do you know, I think I need to lie down. Sorry about it, need to. Go and put the kettle on for yourself. Leave me alone for a minute. I can't remember. Someone's stolen my vape. Go on, just at them. Hang about. Oh, I'm going to take that off as well, yeah. Where's my vape gone? Okay, that's it, done. Let's focus. Oh, there it is, cool. Right next to the fairy deck. That's what they do, they move things around and take them. Okay, let's get back to seriousness. Well, let's bring these back afterwards. Put them there. This is whatever part of this grieving or bounty, you know, grief, or I haven't got enough, or something's missing. That side to, oh yes, lovely. Is basically sun and moon, isn't it? Dark and light, and to have double high priestess who's very connected with the moon here. Oh, but look! Oh, look! She's got the sun on that side and the moon on that side. She is very connected with it, but she's very connected with the moon. But what I love is she's got a foot on the moon. In the Two of Swords, the moon's up here dominating her, but when you get to High Priestess status, she's got a foot on the moon. It's like I'm in control of this beach. Oh. That's unfortunate, isn't it? Double X rated. Oh, this is not good. This is okay. I can't help where my mind goes. Okay. Let's say thank you to the ancestors for a sense of humour, shall we? Cheers, ancestors. Okay. I didn't knock it all back. There's just one little sip because it's a festive occasion. The horrors of drink. So, you might be, I mean, this is almost like the grief process in itself, isn't it? You reach for something to grab hold of to think, okay, that'll get me through it. It doesn't work, you have to put it back and get another one. Yeah. So, are there 5 stages to grief? So there are 5 stages to grief. There are 2. Let's look at this. Just play around with that idea for this card. Then there are 2 answers in here that will get you out. Whatever that one is, the funny hanky. There you go. The piano playing hanky. I never figured out what that is, you know. It's a UFO hanky. I don't know. Let's not make it up now. I'll go for the castle. Ooh, there you go. Whatever it is, the snake wants it though, doesn't it? Oh, it's not. It's somebody under a sheet, isn't it? Look, there's hands there. It's a ghost. There you go. So do you know where you are in let's say this 180 degrees of grief abundance? You might be a little bit discombobulated. And to have the High Priestess and the High Priest, and this fruitful, bountiful harvester here is called the Crone, which is often linked with Hecate. We just had the new moon. We've got double solitaire. Maybe oh gosh. You need to find out whatever it is. It's being a little bit stuck in a soup. It's like, you know, the old pea souper, isn't it? So what's got you stuck though? Come on, because I don't like this. I'm afraid I do not like this. Because that came out on top of there. Money. It looks like you're stuck from... You know what you want to do, but you're stuck for money. You know exactly what needs doing. It's just you can't afford to do it. Because somebody's dicking around with your finances. Yeah? So, yeah. Oh, we had the Hermit again, the Hangman. Yeah, you're stuck. Absolutely. Got double High Priestess and the Hermit, and we had the Hermit there. We've got double Hermit, double High Priestess. You're stuck with your thoughts. You know, I mean, how many more times... I'm channeling this. Oh, it's Polly de Peloponnese come back. I mean, nobody is surer or more sure of what needs doing or what needs to happen. You've thought it through a million times. You know exactly what to do. But you can't gather the moolah to do it because you're being blocked. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of cups. So, there you go. Just had the card for the 9 of cups. What was in my head? I asked, "What's the answer to this?" Take a step backwards. 8 of cups. Step away from it, or at least take a step back from it. This is, I have to say, this is horrible energy. I'm not feeling good about this reading whatsoever. But this is what makes it more interesting. Because I'm determined to find a path through. If anybody connects with this, bear with me. We'll find a way through this. We'll slug one out. Because if you find yourself in this situation, you can't have somebody go, "Oh, I see what's going on," and go, "Oh, there you go, kisses and Happy New Year." No, this needs some options thrown at it to see how you can lift yourself out of this. Because the way to lift yourself out of the 5 of Pentacles is through Mercury and all the Mercury cards. I'll get those out in a second because it's good to see them. I just did a Virgo reading and it was all about lifting yourself out, because even though you know what's going on. Of course you do. I look. Double Hermit, double High Priestess. Let's just make a space for that. You know exactly what's going on. You know. You didn't fall off the fucking Christmas tree yesterday, did you? And I said fucking Christmas tree. I didn't swear. There's ways of doing things without swearing. To anybody who wants to report this video again. Right. Bear with me. Let's get these cards out. Let's see if we can talk at the same time. See, look, you've got the 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups has been coming out a lot recently. It's a card for Pisces. There you go. So you've got that one there. Ugh, oh, crap. At least you didn't get that. Oh wait, there you go, 10 of Pentacles. Oh, there we go. You see, you're being held like that, aren't you? It's like you're being held in your Two of Swords. That's, you know, that's the third time in a couple of days we've had that journey from the Two of Swords to the Queen, to the High Priestess. Come on, you mothering things. There, that one. Oh, so that one in the boat. Where is it? Come on. There you go. There you have it. Right. Check the Virgo reading out, part 2. Because what you need to do, if you imagine the option, let's just build an artificial bridge over that for the moment. If you're on the Five of Pentacles, and I'm not saying that become an illuminaire or a trillionaire or whatever, but to get yourself out, you need to go from rags to riches, don't you? You know, relatively speaking. Well, these are both cards of Mercury, which is the fastest moving planet. How are you going to do it? Well, you could tap into the Eight of Wands energy, but from that seems like a bit of a tall order, doesn't it? You know. Looks like the first thing you need to do is to get yourself from choppy waters to calmer waters. That's the first step, isn't it? Excuse me. And make sure you're invited, make sure you're safe and secure and you've got some peace. Then you can start looking on the good side of things. Then you start cooking with gas because you go cheers and then you stay up there on that trajectory of the Eight of Wands, and then you've got more chance of that coming in. So that would be, if you can see how you can do that on a Mercury flip in your life, that would be how to get yourself out of this downing the dumps kind of a feeling. Okay. I hope that makes sense. I hope it helps. But that's how to use Mercury. I've got you know, they do move things around in it. Anyway, it's the donkeys. So, how do you get yourself out? Because if we're looking at the High Priestess, you're not able to sort of flex your High Priestess muscle because of this and this feeling. So you might, you know, you're that with the moon up here dominating you. But as I said, look at the difference. The High Priestess, she's gone from there, a complete 180 degrees, to there. Her foot's on the moon. Yeah? You're not going to moon me, sweet cheeks. Step aside. Yeah, I tell you. Step aside, I tell you. There you go. Okay. We'll tidy up as we go along, shall we? So we'll put Hermie back. Okay. I hope that makes sense. God, I hope that makes sense. Right. So, what you need to do, apart from go to the Karl Lagerfeld bondage cellar in Berlin, you need to put a bit of oomph in your Ujits. Yeah. And bring down as many towers as you need. Normally, one of the reasons for us being stifled is because we're not actually telling somebody else how much of a shit they are. When you do that, do you know how that makes me feel? Well, don't do it again then. And if they do it again, you go, oh, you did it again. Do you deliberate? Now that you know, you can't plead ignorance again. Do you know? I told you. So either this time you did it deliberately, or you just forgot. You've got one more chance. If they do it again, you know, off they go. Snip. In a non-violent way, obviously, but off they trot. And then people go, oh, I don't like the new you. You're being nasty. You're giving yourself, no, I told you what you were doing made me feel a certain way. You continue to do it. So that's why I'm no longer talking to you. And this is on a postcard. You see what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's how it works, isn't it? Surely. There you go. You give people fair warning. But this is almost like with the matches, you know. I think you've already got your answers. You got a double high priestess, but you can't act on it. Yeah. Well, you had a confusing situation. You went all high priestess on it. You still feel it. So yeah. So use the Ace of Wands to bring in Mars energy. Mars is in retrograde at the moment. And then it looks like you will enjoy your journey a lot more. Down comes Solitaire into that position. Yeah? Because it looks like you've done your work. You've done the work on this. But you're strung up like a hammer, aren't you, at the moment? Just walk away. Walk away. Don't even leave a note. That's what the French do. Yeah, you got to make a decision on this. And it's to do with... Let's look at the Queen of Wands. Pentacles, even. Queen of Pentacles. She is all about knowing her self-worth. And so to go from the Five of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles, you will have to know your worth along the way to get to the King. So it's almost like you overshoot your expectations, because of course you can. Of course you can. But you are not... I mean, these are difficult cards if you don't know how to get out of them. But as I say, using a Mercury vibe or a Hermes or a Thoth or whatever, what's lovely about this, actually, can you see that that's very sort of butterfly or very dragonfly? Jugement. And then let's put her back up there. What's nice about this, you got your Cavalier de Coupe and the Chariot. So this is where all the movement happens down here, isn't it? Once you've realised your worth, picked yourself up off, wherever this is, and said goodbye. This is all about the grieving. That's really where this grieving process comes in, right there. But letting things go. Tower. Let the tower fall. It's not your tower. Let it go. Let's just have a quick 3 across, and then it's got a bit heavy, didn't it? But we've muddled our way through it. There you go. The 10 of Wands. Perfect. 10, releasing that 10 of... Oh, come on. Temperance. We've got the Moon for the High Priestess. Yeah. I'm going to put those like that because they all came out together. That is such a cool Temperance card. I love that. Beautiful. This is what you need to do. Yeah, balancing out. And this is the 1111 card as well. It's all about balance. And putting this stuff down here in this grieving process, which releases your Cavalier de Coupe. And your camion. Yeah. But it's still about this intuition, isn't it? Yep. With the Grand Prêtresse. I was so glad this... Let me... Oh, look, the star. Perfect. The star and the Empress. See, look at all this energy you could release, or you can release. By coming through the other side of whatever process this is about, realising your worth. This is huge. The star, the moon, the high priestess. Look at all this. That's all very yin energy. Woo. Temperature is always a bit ambivalent. you can call me Wendy on Wednesdays. Ooh, there you there you go. 2 of Cups. It's exactly. Let the love in and the sunshine. 2 of Cups were, and the 8 of, no, that's the 9 of Pentacles. that's the High Priestess. So the Emperor. Oh, the Empress in training. Let some sunshine in. Anyway, look, we've got the 2 of Swords again. 2 of Swords is the lower. Oh, the lower register High Priestess. Just balance. It's nice to have balanced. The 2 of Pentacles. Excuse me. There you go. So let's just break this down. You got balance. You've got to put down that stuff to balance yourself out before. Because if you think about legs of a table, you can't have a 2-legged table. It doesn't work unless it's attached to the wall. A 3-legged thing is like a milking stool. Yeah. Once you've got 4, you can start building on it. So you need to put that stuff down to then start building. Okay. 2 of Pentacles, funny enough, that's 3rd decan Sag, that's 1st decan Capricorn. So that's a flow there of putting down that ish and moving on with what you can juggle. Exactly it. Yeah. So we've got the Moon and the High Priestess. Boom. High Priestess linked with Empress. Wow, you are powerful. There's the Moon. This star is what you're trying to achieve up here with a bit of jugement. The Sun is about letting love and light back into your life and working hard to do that. It's almost like you know what you want to do, you know where you want to go. And it's just like you need to drop this grieving process here. 10 of Wands. In order to get back in the saddle again. It just needs a bit of a oomph. And that's going to come from self-appreciation to get out of this stuck situation. But you actually know what you're doing anyway. Yeah. It's just you've been a bit low. Excuse me. You've been a little bit in the lower register than the higher register. But focus on that and that. Okay. I hope that helps. I hope that made sense. If you made it to here, thank you very much. Thanks for your perseverance. Take good care. Happy New Year.